So today's video is just going to be a quick, simple video. I've gotten so many requests to share my thoughts on the new Physicians Formula Butter Highlighters ever since they came out. I mean, I've gotten so many messages, I've gotten tweets, everything, comments. So many people want to know what I think about these, and that is what today's video is going to be about. I'm going to share my thoughts on these new highlights. I'm going to tell you all about them, my favorite ways to apply them, yada yada yada. And then at the end of this video, I'm going to show you swatches on the new Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting palette. I just got this in the mail last night and wow, but we'll go over that after. Today's video is mainly about these butter highlights. So as you guys know, Physicians Formula first started out with the butter bronzer. I love this bronzer so much. I feel like this is the best bronzer they've ever created. I'm wearing this bronzer on my face today. Ever since it came out, I have just been a huge fan of this. It smells like a tropical vacation, like sunscreen and coconuts, and it just smells so summery. It's the perfect undertone. It's so smooth. It applies beautifully. It's great. And I feel like people went nuts over that bronzer, and they kind of have created more products to the butter line. They also came out with butter blushes. I'm not sure if they have more than these, but I have 4 of them. And even though this packaging is super bulky, I'm not huge on the Physicians Formula always has packaging like this, and then they have like a little brush that I really don't ever use. But besides the packaging, these products are so good. The butter blushes are amazing as well. They did not disappoint me. I'm actually wearing this one on my face right now. It's called Vintage Rogue, and I love it. It's matte, but it's not a flat matte. It has such a pretty finish. All of these blushes apply really beautifully. They don't feel chalky at all. Like, ugh. Such good formula. Love the butter blushes as well. So when they came out with these butter highlighters, I almost peed in my pants. I was so excited. These were sent to me, by the way. These are the Muru butter highlighters, and I'm not sure if you guys know, but all of their butter products are made with Muru butter. I don't know if I'm even saying that word right. Muru butter. I hope so. Even the bronzer, like everything has Muru butter in it. And if you didn't know, Muru butter, how many times have I said that word in this video already? It has like fatty acids and vitamin A, and it's supposed to be really good for hydrating. And it even has like antibacterial properties. And it's just supposedly really good to hydrate the skin. It's good for sensitive skin. It's organic. It's just a really great ingredient. And I think that's what makes the highlighters so creamy, because it kind of did throw me off at first, but these highlights are not the same texture as the butter blushes or the bronzer. It is very much a cream product. When you touch it with your hand, it's very creamy, almost like, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like wet. It's just a very strange texture, but it's definitely a cream product. And then when you start to blend it on the skin, that's when it kind of has more of a powdery finish, but it doesn't remain like sticky or wet or tacky or anything like that. It does dry down. It's a very strange formula, and at first I didn't know if I liked it, but the more I played around with it, the more I'm starting to know how to use it, learn how to use it, and I really do like these. I have 4 shades, and I am gonna swatch 2 of them on my cheeks just so you can see how they apply to the skin. And the only one I can really 100% get away with is the lightest shade in Pearl. It's perfect for very fair skin. This one and the gold one. The only thing with the gold one is the gold one has a little bit of like a bronze undertone that is just a hair too deep for my skin tone, but I still use it and I can still get away with it. You just can kind of see it a little bit. And then these other 2 are a little bit too deep for me. This one in pink and this one in rose gold. The rose gold one is so incredibly beautiful. If you have medium to deep skin tones, this is the one. This is the one for you. It is stunning. I love it. Okay, so I zoomed you in just so I can show you the products better. I did want to mention something really quick. I did get these sent to me in the mail. I already said that, but this one in pink was like leaking. And I just want to point this out just in case it happens to any of your highlights. If you order these, if you buy this, this is the only one it happened to, but it kind of melted. This, I don't know if you can tell here on the corners, but it kind of melted. It got all mushy on one side of the highlight, and it stayed super liquidy here, and then it just kind of like started seeping through the packaging. So let me see if I show you, if I put my finger around this. Do you see that? That's just like pure oil. It is extremely oily here on the outside of this product, which leads me to believe that is like the Muru butter melting or something. I'm not sure. Whenever I close this, my hands get a little bit oily. It's so weird, but it only happens to this one in pink. So I don't know what's up with that, but just keep that in mind in case you are looking into these. But anyway, I have two ways to apply this highlight. I don't like using a beauty blender. I've tried using a damp sponge, a dry sponge. I just don't like how that works. And I thought that was gonna be my preferred method because I love applying cream highlights, cream bronzers, and all of that with a sponge. But for these, since the consistency is a little bit different, I either like using my finger or a brush, and it has to be a synthetic, very, very stiff, dense brush. This one is from ColourPop. I'm not sure what it's called. I so wish these brushes had a number on them at least. Like, come on, ColourPop. How are you gonna make brushes and not give me a number or something, a name, something on it? But anyway, I like using this brush because it's very small, very dense, and it's synthetic, so it will pick up the product better. But I will say the best way to apply this is with your fingers. I know a lot of people hate applying things with their fingers, but I just find it works the best for me. I'm gonna apply the champagne shade on this side of my face. You can see it. This is what it looks like. I'm showing you arm swatches as well, but this is what it looks like. And you know what? I'm actually gonna do this side with my brush and then this side with my finger, and then I will go over the gold with the pearl since the gold is just a little bit too deep for me. So I like mixing the two colors. Oh wait, let me take a sip of my coffee first. Okay, so I'm gonna take champagne on my little ColourPop brush and I'm just gonna stipple it. That is so beautiful. I love using this brush. I've tried a few other brushes and they just didn't work for me, but I love this one because it's nice and dense. As long as you find a synthetic brush that is very dense, that is the key. They have this butter and they are so borderline oily. The best thing about that is that they're not glittery. It's just a straight up sheen on the skin. They're very reflective and highlighty, and you don't get anything chunky or weird. Like, oh my gosh, I love that highlight. And I'm gonna apply this to this side of my face. You have to be careful. You can get carried away and apply too much with your finger. I feel like that's exactly what I just did. And I don't know if you can tell, maybe I'm just being dramatic, but do you see what I mean? It's just that it's a little bit too deep for me. You can kind of see it a little bit there, but I feel like I could totally make that work, right? I just love that color. So now I just want to apply a little bit of the pearl shade on top, and I'm going to do the same exact thing on this side. I'm going to use the brush. I feel like my perfect color would be literally a combination of these two, like mixed in with one another. I think that's how I'm gonna start using these, literally mixing both of them. Because it's a cream, it'll probably look really cool. Just for poops and giggles, I'm gonna apply the rose gold shade to my lid, and then maybe like the pink one in my inner corners. Why not? I'm gonna just use my finger for this. That is actually very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of pink, which I have to be honest is the shade I like the least. Just because a bright pink highlight is not my favorite. I like highlights with a pink undertone, but like pink like this, not my favorite. I'm gonna take a little tiny synthetic brush. This one is from Dose of Colors, and I'm gonna apply, oh, I picked up way too much. This one is like extra creamy. I don't know what it is. This color is very, very pretty, very reflective. It's just very pink. So I would only recommend this to those of you with like a deeper skin tone. So far, I have really been enjoying these butter highlights. I love discovering new goodies from the drugstore. Even though Physicians Formula has always been a little bit pricier than other brands, and their stuff can be very hit or miss. Their color selection is garbage all the time. Like, I feel like they really need to improve in other categories, but some of their products recently, especially the butter products, have really been impressing me. And I'm not sure if these are available forever. I don't know if they're limited edition. I don't really have any information on that. But they retail for $10.95. And besides the pink one, I really, really, really love these. I usually don't like cream products that much. I just feel like they're an extra step. They're a little bit of a hassle. but these are pretty easy to use. And before I end this video, I got this in the mail and I got so excited that I just wanted to throw it in this video since I'm already talking about drugstore highlights. This is the new Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting palette. How amazing is this? So I had no idea this was even happening. I had no idea this was coming out. It says it's a collection of our fan favorite Megaglo highlighting powders in 4 new vegan limited edition shades. Infused with shimmering pearl pigments, these highlight powders give a glistening glow, yada yada yada, you know the gist. You know how highlighters work. And this is so exciting. It gives me Anastasia Glow Kit vibes. Obviously it's a little bit more cheaply made. It's a little bit lighter. The inside has like this black plastic insert kind of thing. And you can definitely tell it's a bit cheaper, but I mean it costs a lot less than a glow kit. Now, I actually have no idea how much this costs because this was sent to me with absolutely no information last night. I don't know when this is releasing. I don't know how much this costs. I don't know. I just know that I got it. I know it's coming out and I wanted you guys to be the first to see it. It's amazing how a brand like Wet n Wild, who has such affordable products. I mean, it's one of the most affordable brands at the drugstore. For them to come out with like a cute little palette like this, I mean, I think it's a big step in their brand. I'm not crazy about the color selection in this, not gonna lie. I know they were probably making it to be like colorful and fun. You know, it has kind of like a greeny gold. It reminds me of that mermaid one that they recently just released. Actually, I think this one might be even more green than that mermaid one. But anyway, they have 4 new shades in this palette. You get Diamond Lily, Sweet Peony, Blushing Azalea, and Wild Cosmos. And the only ones I really like are the top 2. It's just that the bottom 2 personally for me are colors I wouldn't normally wear, and both of the ones on the bottom have like a significant amount of glitter in them. Like you could look at it and see the chunky glitter, while the 2 on the top are a little bit more of a sheen. Especially this shade Sweet Peony, it's my favorite in this palette. I think this whole palette is worth it just for Sweet Peony. It's so pretty. You know what, I'm just gonna douse myself in this highlight. Let me use a different brush. This color is magnificent. I already have so much highlight on, so it's not gonna make like a difference, but obviously nobody would ever wear their highlight like this. I look freaking ridiculous. Hold on. Okay, but I mean, this is proof that this color is super intense and beautiful. Anyway, I think highlights are really becoming more of a trend at the drugstore. I think they're really stepping up their game. When I first started my YouTube channel, there were very little highlights at the drugstore, but now I feel like you can get a lot of options. Do I love this palette? No, because I don't wear highlights like this. But if they released a palette with like more wearable highlight shades, oh my gosh. Wet n Wild, if you're watching, if you're listening, make a palette just like this, but with like more golden champagne, peachy, like neutral shades as well. I don't know. Something a little bit more wearable. But anyway, this is a step in the right direction. I love this. I got so excited when I saw this. I had to share it with you guys. I have no idea when it's gonna come out. I will keep you guys updated. But anyway, guys, that completes this video. I just wanted to share with you my thoughts on this new Wet n Wild palette, but mainly I wanted to give you my review and demo of the new Physicians Formula Butter Highlighters. And I just love drugstore makeup. It gets me very excited. Even more excited than high-end makeup. I love high-end makeup for packaging alone. Like, it just gets me, like, high-end makeup. Packaging is so beautiful, but man, quality-wise, the drugstore has been stepping it up, and I'm very impressed. I love the drugstore, but you know this. But anyway, guys, that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. So it will pick up the corners. Oh my god, this brush is like tickling my eye.